Our video begins back in WWECW. Thank you all for the support on the last WWECW video. Let me know if you would like to see some more, by the way. February 27, 2007, and we here in ECW to see what happened on the episode where Bobby Lashley dive bombed through a steel cage. Our opening video package opens with two controversial billionaires as we are in the middle of the feud of the Battle of the Billionaires between Vince McMahon and current US President. Vince has chosen WWE Intercontinental Champion Umaga as his man for WrestleMania 23, but Donald Trump says that in order to tame an animal, he needs to find a superior being, and he introduces the ECW World Champion, Bobby Lashley, as a superstar to compete. Hilariously, all of this was on Raw and not on ECW, so that should be a sight of things to come. Lashley and Umaga would have a kaiju battle before the referees and security would. Go to the intro from ECW, as we're live in San Jose, and we got Joey Styles and Taz on commentary as we see the steel cage hanging high above the squared circle, and we see that Bobby Lashley will be taking on Hardcore Holly for the ECW Championship inside that very structure. First match of the night, and we start off with SmackDown superstar Mr. Kennedy, who doesn't get to do his intro, which is pretty balls no Mahoney, and Kennedy takes on ECW legend, the late great Sabu. Rest in peace to this crazy motherfucker, man. This match will be a Money in the Bank qualifying match with the Extreme Rules stipulation added, but they intro this match like it's a championship match, which got me a little confuzzled. Ken hammers on Sabu's spine, drops him with a body slam and misses an elbow, followed by Sabu getting caught off of the springboard into a back suplex for the 2 count. Sabu hits a corner boot and then hits a flying elbow off the springboard. Ken falls to the outside, Sabu then baseball slides him, and then hits the tope con giro onto the floor. Sabu whips out a chair and starts setting up a table. Kennedy then gets laid out over said table. Sabu then sets up for his famous chair hop spot, but he overshoots the table and clotheslines him on the outside. Back in the ring, Sabu goes for the triple jump, but Kennedy drop toe holds him face first into the chair for a 1.5 count. Kennedy pushes the chair away and he really struggles to lift up a table, just says fuck it and tosses it over the top before Sabu decapitates him with the TNT leg drop, but Kennedy's foot's on the rope? It's Extreme Rules, what the hell, referee? Sabu with the springboard clothesline, he sets up Kennedy haphazardly on the table, and then leg drops himself on his ass through the table.
The long way!
Shout out to Deadlock for ruining table spots like this for me with that meme. Kennedy kicks Sabu in the knee and gives him the DDT on the table debris, and then picks up the win to qualify for Money in the Bank. And he would actually win this one, but then he fucked up his own opportunity. His own admission, not mine. Just check out Chris Van Vliet. We see a limo arrive to the arena, and
next time you get me here a little faster, damn it.
Back to the ring, and we see the Neanderthal, Balls Mahoney, making his way down to the ring to take on the former teacher, Matt Striker, who has terrible entrance music and a really stupid-ass sweater vest. Does this man really have Comic Sans on his trunks? The bell rings and Striker starts some offense and smacks Mahoney in the mush. Balls then starts up the punches with the crowd chanting Balls alongside him. Balls Mahoney hits a diving leg drop before randomly bald-ass Snitsky appears and then boots Mahoney down for the disqualification win in ECW. The bald weirdo then gets back into the ring and Snake Eye boots Striker in the face and then immediately just leaves before we cut to
good evening.
I'll save you all the long-winded bullshit.
Like Donald Trump surprised me.
Basically, if Bobby cannot defeat Bob Holly tonight for the ECW Championship in 5 minutes, Bob will be the new ECW Champion. Back to the ring, and inside of it already is the New Breeds Kevin Thorne and Marcus Corvan alongside Ariel and the Pope. Oh, my bad, Elijah Burke. And they face the ECW Originals Rob Van Dam and Tommy Dreamer with the Sandman in their corner in some tag team action. Kevin Thorne and Rob Van Dam will start this match out. RVD with the elbow out of the corner and a corner crossbody for a 1 count before tagging in Tommy for the SVR09 special tag team combo for the 2. Dreamer hip tosses Thorne out of the corner and starts the 10 punches before Corvan gets a cheap shot and Thorne starts stomping out Tommy. Marcus gets tagged in and then the Hammer throws Dreamer in the corner. Tommy counters a body slam into the reverse DDT for the double down. Hot tags are made and RVD starts up the fire, hits a jumping knee on Thorne, knocks Corvan off the ropes and the Savate kick back on Thorne. RVD gets fired up with the front slam and then hits the split-legged moonsault for the kick out. RVD stops the corner smash and then runs off the ropes with the rolling thunder before Corvan breaks it up. Dreamer kicks Corvan. Down, 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 just come smooth. Dreamer then takes a dive off the apron onto Marcus. Rob Van Dam stops Kevin with the windmill kick, and Ariel then tries to hand Kevin's walking stick to him, and then Sandman just gives Ariel a whack in the ass with the Singapore cane. The Pope then crotches RVD on the top while the ref is distracted. Kevin then hits a Tower of London type move called the Dark Kiss and scores the win for the New Breed as the Sandman looks to bust some skulls immediately after the match. Rebecca is backstage, not too familiar with her, but Hardcore Howie immediately interrupts her because it is his night and no one can beat Hardcore Howie in 5 minutes, especially even if the world title depended on it, and he proclaims to be the new ECW champion with a goofy ass smile before we cut to commercials. Back to ringside and we got Phil, who will be taking on Mr. YouTube channel Stevie Richards. Punk and Stevie lock up before the bell rings. That's a new one. Punk takes Stevie on a ride with the arm drags, Richards then chops him in the tits. Stevie works over Punk, drops some bows on him. Punk rolls up Stevie for the 2. Richards then boots Punk in the face cheeks for a 2 count. Stevie backslaps Punk, puts him on the top, and then Punk just pushes him off and then hits a middle row clothesline. Punk starts to come back, nails Stevie with the single leg dropkick, and then finishes off the combo with the corner knee. Stevie escapes the bulldog, Punk ducks a line, and then Punk ends this shit with the go to sleep for the 3 count. We come back from commercial and it's time for Extreme Expose as Kelly, Brooke Adams, who? My bad, Brooke Tessmacher, and Layla L. They do some stripper dances and shit, but sorry boys, I gotta move on. In all seriousness, they really shortened the Bobby Lashley and Hardcore Howie steel cage match for an Extreme Expose segment. Priorities, I guess. Hilariously on Peacock when I watched it, I immediately after got a Hims ad for erectile dysfunction pills. Time for our main event, and we get to our 5-minute steel cage match between Hardcore Howie and Bobby Lashley for his ECW World Championship. Howie literally only has to survive 5 minutes and he will become the ECW champion, which, honestly, if you ask someone to do that nowadays, most guys could become world champion pretty quick. I wonder why they actually haven't brought this concept back. 5 minutes on the clock and Howie gets clocked with a clothesline to start out, and Lashley immediately starts with the elbows and tosses Howie a few times into the cage. Bobby keeps trying for quick covers in the first minute. He then gets a huge boot from Howie out of the corner out of the 3-point stance. Howie could deadass just try and leave the cage right now, like he has a lot of factors for him in this match, but Lashley stops his escape. During the struggle, we hear Umaga's music play. Vince McMahon then comes out to introduce Umaga and Armando Estrada, as we then cut back to a huge superplex in the middle of the ring. Umaga starts causing some havoc, breaking shit at ringside. He yeets a chair over the top of the cage and perfectly misses both men. Super safe worker Umaga is. Hardcore Howie then brains the world champion hard style with the chair, but only gets a 2 count. Howie is also bleeding now, so cue the 50s filter as Lashley tosses Howie away with the belly to belly. Lashley gives Howie his receipt and whaps him over the head with the chair, and starts battering Bob with some more chair shots while he's on the ground. Umaga is screaming Umagan to Lashley as he then clocks Howie in the head with the chair again, and then hits the running power slam, and scores the win with 35 seconds left on the clock, and retains the ECW championship as Umaga is pissed off at ringside. Bobby stares at Umaga, yelling at him on the outside of the cage. What the hell is this? Lashley then takes a running start and then just bodies himself through the cage, crushing Umaga under the fence. And holy shit, Bobby, what do you have to think about this?
Boom, and rolled. It's like, I'm completely okay. Yes.
Armando Estrada is shitting his pants as he tries to help Umaga up under the cage fence as our show ends. I don't know about y'all, but I definitely didn't remember Hardcore Howie being a part of this segment. And especially with the Battle of the Billionaires, I definitely remember the cage spot, but this was actually how Bobby Lashley kamikazed himself through the cage on ECW.